Roomies is set in a universe where three species coexist, and I use that term loosely. Humans who rely on their technology and have lost the ability to harness the elements around them, anthropomorphic creatures who eschew human gadgets and prefer tradition over technology, and Nikos who come from a taboo relationship of humans and anthros. Two worlds collide as Roomies follows the day-to-day antics of Hain, a charismatic anthro wolf, and Hakumi, a wandering Nico. These two meet by chance. Hain, who let's be honest is amused by everything. Hain is amused by Hakumi and wants to get to know him better, how he thinks, how he acts, what his buttons are, and how much he can push them. Hakumi, however, is cautious at first. His past experiences make him suspicious of everyone, but he eventually concedes and accepts a night's stay. A couple days become a few weeks, which turn into months and eventually years. But this isn't a perfect, unified world. The majority of each type of sentient being in the universe thinks they are better than the others. Humans feel that the anthros are beneath them, that they're primitive and savage, refusing to use modern technology. Anthros see the humans as arrogant. They worship their machines and have lost their ability to harness the elements. They are roots to the gods, and both look upon the Nikos with contempt. These taboo creations brought about by an inappropriate relationship between the two master races. Hain and Hakumi were brought up in wildly different homes. Both were raised by humans, but that is where the similarities end. Hain was adopted by a wealthy human family and saw Hain as a son through and through. They and the community he was brought up in were blind to his differences and fully supported him. Hakumi, on the other hand, was raised by his mother, who saw him as little more than a mistake. She made one night with an anthro. The only kin Hakumi knows is on his mother's side, and while they attempt to convey a sense of love, they are unable to hide their, let's just call it a disappointment, of his existence. Both characters set out to make their mark in the world. Hain, to make his family proud, and Hakumi, to prove his family wrong. Hain is confident and sure in everything he does. Brought up in a non-traditional family, he doesn't care about things like social norms, whether someone likes him or not, and if something shouldn't be on fire. Being an heir to the Maxwell fortune, Hain has never needed to work a day in his life. Even so, he wanted to earn his own way and has made a career as an internet celebrity, mainly in live streams and YouTube videos. So he knows the value of money and is grateful for what he's been able to achieve. But since it is his property, Hain has no problem using his ability to scorch his home when he's in the mood. Hain may seem like an airhead at times, but don't be fooled. He is much more intelligent than he lets on. It isn't that he's not smart, he just doesn't care. If he isn't interested in something, it is not worth his time. Hakumi is Hain's opposite in almost every way. He is the only one in his family, at least the family he has been allowed to know, who isn't human, which has made him self-conscious about everything he says and does. Even though he never had the type of education Hain did, Hakumi has learned a great deal in his never-ending search. He is an excellent cook, can farm and hunt, has a knack for carpentry and basic maintenance, and many other things. You are probably wondering, what is he searching for? Not what, but who. You see, Hakumi can manipulate gravity, a very rare and difficult ability. So he wanders the countryside in search of someone, anyone, who can teach him to harness this power. Not content with waiting, Hakume has been teaching himself different ways to use his ability, and even figured out how to harness a special trait all Nikos share. Hane hopes to break Hakume out of his shell, but as reserved as he is, that will be easier said than done.